defendant even said in the interview with Detective Brown, we had a great relationship. He never struck me. Maybe when we were kids, but never struck me. This man served in the Texas Guard, and he did it even though it was a bigger financial burden to his business and himself and his family. He was a selfless man. And you know what the most telling thing that I saw throughout this entire trial that shows me that? It's Reginald. It's Dell Jr. It's Linda. And it's Elizabeth. And it's all these people right here. They shouldn't have to sit here. They shouldn't be here. They shouldn't be here, but they're sitting there, you're sitting there, we're sitting here because he is sitting right there. You heard Noel Martin, Sergeant Noel Martin. You heard about the 2 shots in the chest and the 3 in his head. Ladies and gentlemen, these 2 are murder. The 3 where he stood over him and fired, that's an execution. You heard the medical examiner say, well, these kind of are survivable if he would have got medical attention. These were not. He stood over his own father and executed him. Who can say, oh, we understand? Nobody. I apologize to Reggie, Elizabeth. I apologize that Reggie Jr. is going to have this gap in his life. I apologize to Dell Jr., his son. I apologize to Linda. I'm sorry you lost your brother. I'm sorry to all of you. You guys shouldn't be here. What you should be doing is you should be preparing for this weekend, Father's Day weekend. That's what you should be. This monster, he deserves life. This family needs life. We need life as a community. To not just protect them, but to protect everybody in this room, everybody you see outside. We need him locked up for life.
My guy's great, and their family member is horrible. It's the opposite. But by God, follow the law. That's what we have it for. And that's all I'm asking you to do. I'm not asking anything else. I'm not saying, I'm not getting up here saying, you know, we'll say the minimum. They're saying the maximum, we'll say the minimum. That's crap. You killed his dad. But the law is here for a reason. If we're not going to follow it, why do we have it? If we're just going to give everybody who commits a murder, despite the circumstances or the criminal history or anything else, a life sentence, then so be it. But we'll have to change the law to get there. It's not fair right now. So we follow the law that is given to us by the legislature. Look at those definitions. Read those definitions when you go back there and tell me what doesn't apply. He'll try to get up in a minute and say, well, it's a person who's ordinary. He'll just try to make it sound like it's ridiculous. That he fired 2 shots, right? That Dale was laying there on the floor, as he was, that he got up, we're talking about Chris, got up, and then fired 3 more shots in some succession and executed. It's why I asked the officer, nobody said anything, I didn't make a big deal of it, but it's why I asked the officer about people being confused about gunshots, right? People are confused about gunshots because when you go boom, 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 and you first hear these gunshots, you don't count in your head how many times they go off, typically, unless you're used to that sort of thing. But you certainly remember a gap of however long a period of time it was when somebody goes boom, boom, and then apparently stands up and just boom, boom, boom. And somehow, is a wizard apparently, because he can stand over the top of a body, because that's what the prosecutor said. He can stand over the top of a body and shoot down into that body, and a bullet can enter can enter right here in his neck and go out the top of his head. He can stand over the body, shoot him in the neck, and it can go out the top of his head. That's how good he is at standing over the body and executing somebody, because that's what he's able to do. Does that make any sense to you? Or does it make more sense if they're rolling around the floor, he fires, Dale probably still has a hold of his shirt, and he's starting to get up, and he just keeps firing, and then empties it. I mean, until it's clicking. Probably kept going. I mean, I'm the first to admit. See, that's why I'm not going to try to tell you, oh, he didn't mean to. He probably fired 6 if he had 6 in there. I mean,
I don't care if he had 1,000 priors or 0 priors. He's got 0. He goes straight to this. What are we talking about here? That's some kind of mitigation? Oh, the first crime he's ever committed is a murder of his elderly father in their own home? So give him less time? That has got to be the most ridiculous argument I've ever heard in this courtroom.